right now. Hello, Jim. How are you?
How you doing, guys?
Good, thanks.
Hey, Jim.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Good goalie will do it all the time. But I got to say this. Do you guys think that Sullivan ought to get fired if the Penguins don't win this series?
No, because I'm one of these guys, even though I think there'll be a lot of potential change looking at them, because, Hextall and Burke are going to want to make it a heavier lineup. I don't think there's any question about that, which does not necessarily jive with the way Mike Sullivan likes to coach. But what I'm saying is, you won a division. He got a lot out of this team in a division that a lot of people thought, Andrew, he wasn't going to be able to get to the playoffs. I judge coaches based on longer bodies of work. I think he'd be hard pressed to find a better coach than him right now.
Well, I disagree with you on. I disagree with you on that, Bob, in this way, because if you go by regular season body of work, they would have never fired Dan Bylsma, right? Because even when he got fired, they had, I think, won the division that year. They went to the second round of the playoffs. The year before that, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's the all-time winningest coach in Penguins history if you go by wins, but it was time. And so what I'm saying about Sullivan is not that he's a bad coach, but coaches wear out their welcome in a place all the time. Now, I think it's close. I mean, they fired all of his assistants last year, Bob. Usually when that happens and you underachieve the next year, you find yourself on the street. That's kind of how it goes, how it plays out.
I understand that.
Typically.
But I think it'd be,
right.
You can also bring in a guy who's not that good. I mean, Hextall has a history of bringing in coaches that didn't work out well either. So my point is, it depends on style of play, because I think that's a big part of this as well. We have seen Rutherford bring in Reeves, and it didn't play. Sullivan didn't like that big guy in the lineup. He also didn't like Ian Cole for whatever reason. I don't understand that one. But if Hextall and Burke decide they're going to make it a bigger lineup because, they want to be more physical, that doesn't jive with the way he coaches. So who knows? It'll be a very interesting offseason.
So in that situation, what do you think should happen? I mean, if they said, we just don't meet eye to eye on things, we're going to let you go, would you have a problem with that?
Again, I have a lot of respect for Mike Sullivan, and I think he's done a great job here. I would be hard-pressed to find something better than him, although they'll try to change his style potentially at some point. We'll see. I don't know. If it's me, I don't do that. I'm more of a believer in stability, especially with a coach who has a lot of success in a market. But that's just me. We'll see. We got to go to a Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the day, and this comes tonight from me. I want to remind you about an opportunity. Steeler fans, you don't want to miss. It's a conversation I had with Bill Cowher, and this is really good stuff. I mean, he has a book debut coming out. It's his memoir, and you can buy tickets to a virtual showing of our conversation coming up here. It's for the Pittsburgh Art Lectures series. It's called Heart and Steel, and he was very, very good about, very emotional at times concerning some of the topics and people in his life. So you can check that out June the 1st. With it comes a signed copy of the book Heart and Steel. So, Andrew, do you want to say something?
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good conversation. So hopefully you'll check it out. And buy a ticket, get a book, get an autograph from Coach Cowher. We're going to take a break, come back with more calls right here on Pittsburgh CW.